Hi, welcome back to part 2 of a series of videos getting your body into shape before summer. The first video beforehand I was talking about the proteins and the micronutrients, how we're going to use those to assimilate and regenerate and help you recover from your training sessions. Well, if on the face of it you look in the mirror and you see perhaps that you're overweight or even slim, muscular, whatever you see in the mirror, around 70% of what you look like is down to what you've been eating. That's an absolute fact. Training is only a very small quantity of how you're actually going to look. So my top tip today would be to write down a food diary for 3 to 5 days on anything and everything that you're ingesting, whatever you're drinking. And you may well find that the majority of people, why they're putting weight on is because they're eating far too much food. It could be too much of good food, it could be too much of junk food, it could be a mixture of the above, or it could also be eating late on an evening. I suggest that you don't eat after 7 o'clock on a night. Why can you not eat your meal that you're going to eat at 7 in the day earlier on? Or if you are going to eat late, perhaps just have a protein meal with vegetables, such as your steak with vegetables, fish or tuna or chicken perhaps with your vegetables, rather than eating carbohydrates. A lot of people are making the mistake thinking it's just all to do with fat. You need your fats in your diet, and we'll come on to fatty acids in a later video, but your fats on the side of your meat, on your steak or your pork, it does help you stimulate muscle growth, and for the nervous system you do need a certain form of cholesterol in the diet, by the way. But your crisps, your carbohydrates, the bread, the potatoes I've just mentioned, the sweets, the chocolates, all the sugary carbohydrates will start to literally affect and assimilate and put more weight on you. So what I would suggest is that you do reduce your carbohydrates. Perhaps for at least 2 days you don't ingest any carbohydrates at all. So you're having your proteins, you're having your vegetables, you're still carrying on with your water intake. Another tip that I've mentioned on a previous video, ingesting caffeine, a strong cup of coffee, perhaps black if you can take it, an hour before you train. On that note, training earlier in the morning burns far more fat and more calories and really speeds up your metabolic rate far more than training later on in the day. I know with males and females your testosterone is up on 9 o'clock in the morning. It is advisable to train earlier on in the day if you can. Have a cup of coffee an hour before you train. This liberates your free fatty acids, spurs glycogen and gets you to burn fat, and you can train for far longer. It does turn off the pain receptors depending on how hard you train and enable you to train for a longer period of time. My name has been Dominic Borsberry, and look out for part 3 of a series of videos. Thank you.